Today we are going to be ranking every single Call of Duty Zombies map ever from worst to best. This list is going to be Treyarch only just to keep it simple, and the rankings are going to be based on just how fun it is to play the map, because at the end of the day, that is what COD Zombies comes down to. Leave your comments roasting me because I know some people get very triggered at these kinds of things, but without further ado, let's go. Coming in at number 37 is going to be Voyage of Despair. Now the map is called Voyage of Despair because every time I play it, I get secondhand depression. It is 100% the worst zombies map of all time. I mean, I can't name one good thing about it, seriously. The wonder weapon sucks, the layout sucks, the Easter egg sucks, everything sucks. It sucks more than gay people. At number 36 is going to be Bus Depot. Now Bus Depot is just a part of Tranzit. It's just the starting room and it doesn't have any perks or any pack-a-punch. All it is just a mystery box, and it's a very difficult map, but honestly I think it's a bit underrated. I like to call it like what real men play. If you're a real man, you'll get to round 50 on Bus Depot, and let me tell you, that's not easy. In fact, I think giving birth is harder than getting to round 50 on this map. It's just a fun challenge map to play every time you're bored of the regular game. At number 35, we're actually going to be putting Outbreak here. Now Outbreak is a mode in Cold War, and it's kind of like 3 maps in one. But honestly, I'm not a big fan of Outbreak. I like the round-based gameplay better. I know a lot of people do like Outbreak and the exploration and freedom. However, for me, whenever I play it, I just find myself getting bored with friends or by myself. I just don't really like it. I'm just not a big fan, man. What can I say? Coming in at number 34 is going to be Blood of the Dead. Now, Blood of the Dead is just a little brother of Mob of the Dead. And honestly, it's a little brother that is a failure, because Blood of the Dead is anything but a success. It's absolutely terrible, and it's a terrible reimagined version of one of the greatest maps ever. And honestly, I don't know why this was made. The Easter egg is one of the worst and ever made, dude. It's so bad. I see no redeeming qualities with this map, and why would you ever play this if Mob of the Dead exists? And even if Mob of the Dead didn't exist, why would you ever play this? The number 33 spot will be going to Firebase Z. Firebase Z, when it first came out, honestly, I didn't think it was too bad. But the more and more I played this goddamn map, it's terrible. It's torture to play it now. Every few rounds, you gotta go and protect the side of the map or shoot some big monster, and it just gets so annoying. Not to mention the big black monsters, the mimics. There's just so many of them, and they're so, oh my gosh, I just hate thinking about this, man. At number 32, it's gonna be Die Rise. Now I will say there are some things I do like about Die Rise. I love the Sliquifier. It's one of my favorite weapons ever. I like the dragon. I like the dragon. I like Misty. Not much else. You see, playing this map is kind of like playing a Minecraft parkour map. You're more worried about falling off or trying to make this jump instead of the zombies killing you, and honestly it just ruins the flow of the game. Not to mention the elevator system is terrible. The gray buildings are just so ugly when you're inside. I mean, I don't know why anyone would want to play this, honestly. You might have a mental illness. The number 31 spot will be going to Farm. Now Farm is another part of Tranzit like Bus Depot was, except Farm includes perks and it's a little bigger. Honestly, Farm, you know, it's not a map you're gonna be excited or waking up in the morning ready to play, but it's just that map that's fun to play every once in a while. Like every 6 months, just hop on with your friends and you'll have a good time. Not to mention, I do like playing Grief on this map. Grief is one of the best modes ever, and on Farm it goes crazy. Coming in at number 30 is gonna be our baby Nacht Der Untoten. Man, back in the day, this used to be one of the scariest maps you can play. I used to shed bricks for 40 hours straight after playing this. It was the first map ever made, so honestly it didn't have much content. There was no pack-a-punch, no perks, barely any guns. I mean, there was really nothing to do. It's just a little gray building in the middle of nowhere, and all you do is just kill Nazis that are coming for your Jewish ass. But it can get boring sometimes due to the lack of stuff, but you can't blame it. It was the first map ever, and also the spawn rate in the first early rounds is so slow, it just makes me want to go crazy. At number 29, it's going to be Alpha Omega. Alpha Omega is a reimagined version of Nuketown, and honestly it's really bad. Nuketown Zombies did not need a remastered version of it, and the Easter egg is terrible. The enemy types are so different. There's so many of them. It's just so much to keep track of. The Elemental Reagan Mark IIs were cool and they look really cool, and I actually like them, but they just aren't, they don't do that much damage. they aren't in the top tier of wonder weapons. I mean, it's just a pretty boring map to play. It's pretty bland. I don't really care for the story. The Avogadro is here and it just makes no sense. Alpha Omega, just not one of my favorites. The number 28 spot will be Shi No Numa. Now, Shi No Numa, I actually really like this map, and it's one of the easiest maps of all time on World at War. But, I mean, just looking at it and comparing it to other maps, it's just not in the top echelon of them. Shi No Numa is a map that you'll never be wanting to play, but if you do play it, you'll like it. And it's just kind of weird how, even though you like it, you don't go back and play it. Or is that just me? I don't know. Black Ops 1 version of it is the best though, play that one. Coming in at number 27 will be Dead of the Night. Dead of the Night has a bunch of stuff like vampires and wolves or whatever. The Alistair's Folly is one of the better wonder weapons. I actually really like it, but the map is just kind of bland. It's kind of, I don't know how to explain it, man. Dead of the Night is just such a boring map. It's a map that you won't ever go out of your way to play because there's just so much better options. But I will say, I didn't even know this map was coming out until the day it released. The number 26 spot is going to be Zetsubou no Shima. Now, I know a lot of people really like this map and they really like that it's in Black Ops 3 and everything, and I understand. But for me, Zetsubou no Shima is just one of the worst experiences you can have playing it. Now, I will say, it does have its upsides. I do like a lot about the map, but what brings it down so much is the setting up process. Turning on Pack-a-Punch, turning on power. It is so much that by the time I'm done, I don't even want to be playing zombies anymore. It sucks the life out of me. Does that make sense? Zetsubou no Shima sucks the soul out of me that I don't ever want to play zombies for another 3 weeks. And not to mention, the Thrashers are one of the worst boss zombies ever. Scratch that, they are the worst boss zombies ever. Fuck. At number 25, it's gonna be Forsaken. Forsaken is the ending to Cold War Zombies, and it's not a bad map by any means, but it just can get very boring at times, and it feels really easy as well. Also, I mean, let's just be honest, the amount of teleporting on this map is just too much. I'm teleporting every 4 seconds, it doesn't even feel like I'm playing zombies. Now, I will say, the Crystal Axe is one of the coolest wonder weapons ever. The number 24 spot will be Nuketown Zombie. Nuketown is the most iconic multiplayer map in Call of Duty history, and they made it into a zombies map. And honestly, it's not as good as its multiplayer counterpart, but I do feel it gets a lot of hate. However, it's a really fun map to just play every once in a while, but I understand it's definitely not one of the best. And my main criticism for this map is the random perk drop. I mean, you cannot get Juggernaut until like round 50, and it makes it really difficult to play sometimes because of the random perk drops and all that. And honestly, it's just, I don't know. Coming in at number 23 is Gorod Krovi. Now, I know this is gonna ruffle some feathers. I know a lot of people really dick suck Gorod Krovi, but I'm here to tell you it is one of the most overrated maps I've ever played in my life. This gets a lot of love from the content creators of the world, you know, the hardcore Easter egg lovers, but for me, this map is just one of the worst experiences ever. I mean, there are some cool elements, the Reagan Mark III, the dragon, but just playing the all-around map, I don't really like the look of it, I don't like the feel of it. It's not one of the worst maps ever, but it's just an average map in my opinion. I know it goes for a lot and the Easter egg and all that and all the story, but Gorod Krovi is just not a fun map. And I want to have fun, but I don't have fun when I'm playing this. I mean, what do you want me to say? At the number 22 spot is going to be Nacht Der Toten. Nacht Der Toten is the reimagined version of Call of the Dead, and it does not include George Romero. Now, to say Nacht Der Toten is even on par with Call of the Dead would be a lie, because it's just not. However, it's honestly a cool map. It's a chill map. I really like it. I just don't like how it's the final zombies map in the Ether storyline, and we have to play as Misty and Marlton. I mean, let's be honest, who thought of this? Also, the wonder weapons on this map, the Tundra Gun and the Wonder Waffle Sniper, it's just terrible. I hate them. Okay, I hate them. The number 21 spot will be Nacht Der Toten. Nacht Der Toten is a good map, and honestly, when I first played it, I really enjoyed it. However, the more and more I got to play it, the more and more I realized that it just kind of gets annoying and very boring. All the special zombie types, you know, you're killing these witches type things for a long time, and it can just get very boring, and it's one of the easiest maps ever. I mean, I got to like round 60 and my first time ever playing the map, and it was one of the easiest. I mean, I had to quit to listen to Kanye's concert when Donda was dropping. I mean, that's how bad it was. Nacht Der Toten is one of the best Cold War maps, and I really like it and I really enjoy it, but it can just get very boring sometimes. Coming in at number 20 is gonna be Classified. Now, a lot of people think that Classified is better than the original 5, but that's not true at all. Now, I do like Classified. Classified is like in my top 3 BO4 maps, honestly. I really do enjoy it. I just don't enjoy the Easter egg. You know, you have to get to like around 150 for the Easter egg. I mean, let's be honest, who's doing that? Tying in No Man's Land with Classified was kind of a cool move also. I mean, Classified, I really enjoy it. The Gauntlet was also really amazing. I enjoy this map, but just not too much, you know. Coming in at number 19, it's gonna be 9. 9 is a Black Ops 4 fan favorite that is really loved by the community, but it never stood out to me as a special and great map. I think it's a good map, but I don't like the amount of boss zombies, and I'm not a fan of the layout either, especially the underground portion of the map. Trying to pack a punch while being raped by 7 Blythe Fathers just isn't that fun in my opinion. At the number 18 spot, it's gonna be Die Machine. Die Machine was the first map in Cold War Zombies, and when it first released, man, it was incredible, and everybody loved playing this, and honestly, I think it still holds up as my favorite Cold War Zombies map. The only thing I will say is that the Easter egg is pretty bad. I honestly don't even know what's going on, and the story is just hard to follow, but I guess that's just Cold War in general. The story just sucks. Die Machine is a good map, and if I'm playing Cold War, I'll probably choose that one, but it's not top tier, you know, it's just good. The number 17 spot is gonna be Tranzit. Now, I know a lot of people are gonna be hating on this list just because of this placement, but let me tell you, the reason Tranzit is this high, I look at all the other maps on this list so far, then I look at Tranzit. Which map do I have more fun on? I have more fun on Tranzit, and I'm not even joking, I'm being serious. Tranzit is one of the most overhated maps in Zombies history. Guys, have you ever played Tranzit with friends, man? It's pretty fun, I'm not gonna lie. And I mean, solo, you know, that's a different story, but if we're being honest, it's not that bad. Now, yes, I do not like the lava, I don't like the fog, or the denizens, or the pack-a-punch system. It's absolutely terrible. I don't like the jet gun, I don't like building the jet gun. Yes, there's so much bad, but that's the thing, it's so bad that it's good. I have more fun on Tranzit than a lot of other maps, and I mean, I'll go back to play Tranzit, and it's just a chaotic experience that just gets your blood running, and honestly, I enjoy it, man. Stop the Tranzit hate. At number 16, it's gonna be Verrukt. Now, Verrukt is a very overlooked map, and people never really have this high up on their list, but for me, Verrukt is a challenging map, and it's very fun to play. Also, the atmosphere is probably the best in COD Zombies history. I mean, it's probably the scariest map of all time. I think Verrukt gets a lot of hate for just being a normal map, you know, not really having pack-a-punch, but I think you need to overlook that and just see it for what it is. And that's a great map. Coming in at number 15 is Ancient Evil. Ancient Evil is like the Eisendrache of Black Ops 4. Ancient Evil is really loved, and I think it is the best Black Ops 4 map. But the thing I will say is that I can't really play Ancient Evil and just have a casual experience, you know, just to have a fun time. If I want to go for super high rounds or do an Easter egg or stuff like that, then Ancient Evil is a great map, but honestly, most of the time I just want to play for fun, and this isn't really, you know, the setup process is a lot, okay? What can I say? At number 14, it's gonna be Origins. Now, this is gonna be a shocker, and I can already see the comments down below. Alright, listen to me, okay? Listen to me. Origins is the most overrated map in Call of Duty Zombies history. Setting up on Origins is just, oh my gosh, it makes me want to point a pistol at my head, man. I'm not a fan of the generators. I'm not a fan of how you have to pick up the gramophone every time you want to go to the crazy place. Some guy always leaves it, and but that's the minor thing, bro. The mud is absolutely terrible. Building the staves and upgrading them takes so long. It's like I'm not even playing. I mean, it's just so much to do. And honestly, the Easter egg isn't even that cool. I mean, I don't even really like it. I know Origin gets a lot of love because it's a huge map and there's so cool staves. Origins isn't a bad map, but it's just so overrated. And honestly, I don't think it's that good, man. What can I say? The number 13 spot is going to be Town. Now, Town is the final part of Tranzit that is on this list, and it is the best part of Tranzit. Playing Grief on this map is a lot of fun, as well as just having a casual experience and a fun night. I mean, this is the map that people that don't have DLC play. This is what everybody played. This is what everybody will play. This is what everybody will continue playing. I love town. Coming in at number 12 is Shadows of Evil. Yes, another I feel like I just have so many hot takes, man. Like, why do people not like me? Why do people not like my opinion? Okay, Shadows of Evil is not that great. It's a good map, don't get me wrong, but the Easter egg is just so tedious. Do you get the pattern here? The maps where you have to set up for 15 hours, where everybody loves them. I'm just not a fan of them. Why? I don't understand, guys. Just let Shadows of Evil is just not, it's not top 10. The number 11 spot is going to be going to Der Eisendrache, another map that people consider, you know, top 3, top 5 of all time. And it is my favorite that has like the 4 wonder weapon thing going on, you know, like Origins, Ancient Evil, those type of things. It just can get really repetitive playing it, you know. I mean, I love building the bows, but like, that's all you use. I don't even hit the box on this map, and I just think it takes away from the core gameplay and the core foundation of zombies. And it's not a bad map, but I don't know, it just doesn't feel the same, you know. Moving into the top 10, we're gonna be putting Revelations at the number 10 spot. This might come as a shocker. I know everybody loves the other Black Ops 3 maps, but Revelations is my favorite Black Ops 3 map. People might not agree with that, and they might just say, oh, it's just a combination of a bunch of other maps. But I really like the way the map flows. I like the pack-a-punch system. I really like how you can explore all these places, get parts. I like the wonder weapons, and yes, it's a very easy map, and I just think there's something so special about Revelations that I don't ever get bored playing it. Coming in at number 9 is going to be Buried. Buried is everyone's favorite cowboy map, and there's a lot of cool and different features about Buried. I mean, you got Leroy the Giant, who doesn't love him? You got candy, booze, candy shops, witches, free perks, blowing up fountains. Buried is a really interesting and different map. And I will say, I mean, I'm not a fan of the Easter egg steps too much. I think that's what brings it down a little bit. But Buried is a fun map that you could play at any time, and it's just, you'll get a different experience than any other map. At number 8 is gonna be Moon. Now, Moon is either loved or it's hated. People have, you know, split decisions on this map. But for me, I'm a Moon lover. I love the Easter egg. I think it's probably like the top 3 for sure in Call of Duty Zombies history. I like the PES helmet. I like the fact you can have a hacker. I like a lot of things about Moon. The only thing I will say is that in Black Ops 1, it's very gray. I mean, it's just very ugly. So if you have to play Moon, I play in the Black Ops 3 version. I also like Area 51, man. Starting at Area 51 is just amazing. You can just, oh my gosh. I don't really like the jump pads though. You know those things in the dome type thing? I mean, where you have to jump on each one. I always die. I don't know. The number 7 spot will be Ascension. Ascension is a very overlooked map, and I think it's a bit underrated. I know a lot of people don't really like the space monkeys, and I agree. I think the space monkeys are the worst part about this map. You literally can't protect all your perks on solo. It's impossible. But there are so many good qualities about Ascension. I mean, the thunder gun, the Matryoshka dolls, Gersh devices, the rocket, turning on power. I really like this map, man. Besides the space monkeys though. Don't like the space monkeys, haha. The lunar landers too, it's the sickle. I mean, it's great, man. Play this map. Coming in at number 6 is Der Reese. Now, Der Reese / the Giant. I mashed them up here because they're not that different, you know. But I do prefer Der Reese, I guess I will say. It is the ultimate casual map ever, man. Just camping on the catwalk for rounds upon rounds. It's one of my favorite things to do in all of Call of Duty Zombies history, especially with bouncing Bettys. It's just amazing. Now, of course, the fact that this map doesn't have an Easter egg is kind of bad, and as well, there's not too many perk choices because it is such an early map. But no one can deny the greatness of Der Reese, and it's definitely one of the most funnest and iconic maps of all time. The number 5 spot is going to be going to Mob of the Dead, perhaps the most unique and amazing location for a zombies map being Alcatraz Prison. And that's the word that you use to describe this map. Unique. Everything is different about this map, from the way that you turn on power to the way you get perks, the way you die, the buildable items, the gondola. You have to build a plane just to get to Pack-a-Punch, and at the end of the Easter egg you have to 1v1 or 1v3, 1v2, whatever. You have to 1v1 your teammates after doing the Easter egg with them and break the cycle. I mean, this map is pure genius. At number 4, we're gonna be putting the infamous Kino Der Toten at this spot. Kino Der Toten has been said and rated and named as the most overrated map in zombies history, and I'm here to tell you that's false. People say it's easy or it's boring or there's no Easter egg. Just shut up and play the damn map. It's a fun map. Do you like to have fun? What do you play video games for? You play to have fun. You don't play to go on 50-hour fetch quests, kid. It's not overrated. I'm tired of people saying that, bro. People say it's just nostalgia as well. Well, guess what? I played yesterday and I'm definitely not feeling nostalgic for any pussy ass map. I'm not feeling nostalgic for no freaking Origins, huh? How come I'm not nostalgic for that, bitch? Alright, but let me stop getting riled up. Let me just say, Kino Der Toten is a fun map. I love the weapons. I love the layout. I love the enemies. You know, Nova Crawlers are cool. I love everything about this map. The Pack-a-Punch system's awesome. Just guys, stop saying it's overrated, okay? Moving into the top 3, we will be going with 5. 5 is one of the most underrated maps of all time. People are going to be thinking I'm crazy for this, but I genuinely think that 5 is the top 3 Call of Duty Zombies map of all time. I might actually be the first person to ever say this in the history of Earth. I might be the first one to ever do it. I mean, no one else loves 5 as much as me. I know people like Mr. Selectify also like 5, but they're not putting it top 3. 5 is better than Shadows of Evil, it's better than Origins, better than Eisendrache, better than all those dumbass maps, okay? Play 5. Or is it too hard for you? Is it too hard like your boner? Like, come on, guys. Play 5. The cast, bro. Fidel Castro, JFK, he's still alive. The elevator system, the Pack-a-Punch system, the Pentagon Thief. There's so many cool things about this map. It's so amazing. I love this map more than I love my mother. And the fact that things are so simple, all you have to go is go down, flip the power switch, and boom, you've got power powering the entire Pentagon. I mean, come on. Winter Salvo is also the most underrated winter weapon of all time. Yes, it's not good, but it's so much fun to use, and that's what 5 is. It's fun, it's a challenge, it's great. Stop the hate. I don't even know. I mean, who even hates on it? No one even mentions it. People need to start putting some respect on 5. The number 2 map is going to be Call of the Dead. Now, a lot of people like this map and a lot of people don't. People don't like the fog, they don't like George Romero, they don't like the water. I really think Call of the Dead is one of the best maps of all time because it's so unique. It has weapons like the VR-11, Scavenger. They aren't the best, but they're so much fun to use. The Easter egg is simple and it's fun. You can get George Romero to drop a Wonder Waff after. You can kill George Romero, which is just the most satisfying feeling ever. Call of the Dead is just one of the best maps of all time, and for people that don't think that, I think they have a mental illness, because come on guys, how can you hate this map? This means that at the number 1 spot, the greatest Call of Duty Zombies map of all time is Shangri-la. This might be an unpopular opinion, people might want to crucify me for this, but Jesus Christ died for our sins, so I'm ready for it. Shangri-la is the greatest Call of Duty Zombies map of all time. It's so pretty, it's so beautiful to look at. The monkeys are a good part of it. I love turning these carpenters into max ammos. It's so good. The Pack-a-Punch system, yes, it can be tedious, it can suck, you know, especially if you're in a public lobby, but it's so cool. I mean, it's just so cool. Minecarts, water fountains, monkeys, just monkeys and more monkeys. The Easter egg is amazing. Everything about this, the story, Brock and Gary, it's so awesome. Alright, let me calm down, but seriously, bro, Shangri-La is the greatest zombies map of all time. I don't care what anyone says. It's the most fun. It's difficult, but it's fun. I love everything. I just love everything about this map. I don't think you can make a better map than this. It's just, you need to go back and play this, man. I know a lot of people don't like this map. If you don't like this map, go back and play it. It'll change your mind forever, and you'll finally see the light and see that Shangri-La is the greatest map ever. But there we have it. That was my list. I know it's very different from other creators, but I'm different, okay? I'm just a different guy. I have different tastes. I don't know what it is, but this is my list, and if you don't agree, then you're stupid. I'm just joking. I love everybody. I love your opinions, guys. Let me know down in the comment section what you thought of it. Please subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed the video. We're gonna be playing a lot of Call of Duty, man, because I love Call of Duty. Who else loves Call of Duty? Ha ha ha. But guys, subscribe. Thank you guys for watching and have a great day.